Hello and welcome back to History 0114, finally. It's been quite a while since his last video in December, and the reasons for that will become apparent. Take note of the little machine, what's behind me. I've tried several times to film this video outside, but it's too windy, so I've given up and I've come inside and placed that just there for you all to see. So, today we're going to be having a look at the history of Sheffield and the FA Cup and a cool little story, which hopefully will you'll all be able to feast your eyes on that little machine behind me sometime in the future. But before we begin, I just want to confirm that our little April Fool's joke, which spread rapidly on Facebook last week, was indeed fake. The hole in the road isn't coming back. It was voted by the Sheffield Star as the #1 best prank on Facebook for April Fool's Day, so thanks ever so much, but unfortunately it's not true. We wish it were. So, we all know Sheffield's got a very strong link with the silver industry. The FA Cup has been brought back to Sheffield by Sheffield teams on 7 different occasions. By Sheffield United in 1899, 1902, 1915 and 1925, and by Sheffield Wednesday in 1898, 1907 and 1935. But the FA Cup has actually been to Sheffield more than you think, because in the mid-80s it was actually in Sheffield to be repaired and cleaned, and we will explain all of this. Now, in this video I was originally meant to have someone joining me. That will become apparent later on in the video as well. So, my grandfather was a silver finisher for Cooper Brothers in Sheffield. They were located on Arundel Street, which is just adjacent to Sheffield Hallam University's main building. And in 1982, I believe, Cooper Brothers was bought out by another silver finishing firm called Frank Cobbs, and they were located at the bottom of the Parkway. I believe there's some student residential complex there now. That was on Broad Street. So whilst working at Frank Cobbs, they were awarded the contract to repair and clean the FA Cup. Now obviously when a team has won the FA Cup, things can happen, it can be dropped, as I'll show you in this little clip here. The FA Cup was repaired, any little bumps what it had got from celebrations, and it was replated and all that kind of stuff. And that was done here in Sheffield in 1982, 1983 and 1984 at Frank Cobbs. And my grandfather was the one what did the silver finishing on it. Here are some pictures now, and you'll see the work crew at Cobbs holding the FA Cup. A very proud moment. Grandfather is on the left. And it was at this time when my grandfather actually was working late. He was doing his work on the FA Cup and went to put it back in the safe overnight. Unfortunately, the manager had gone home and taken the key with him to the safe, so the FA Cup was placed under his workbench, and off he went home for his tea and to rest. And that night the firm was broken into. A lot of silver, as you can imagine, was stolen, but somehow the thieves missed one of the most famous trophies in the world. So you're probably wondering what the relevance of the machine behind me is. Well, in this photo, what I'm about to show you, will see my grandfather using this machine. And this is the machine what was at his workstation. And this is the machine which repaired and cleaned the FA Cup on those 3 occasions. And in 1985, Cobbs was in financial difficulties. They were struggling big time and somehow found the money to keep going for another year, but finally ceased trade in 1986. And upon leaving the company, my grandfather somehow, I'm not sure of the exact circumstances, but actually brought his silver finishing machine home with him. Now, he did run a record and CD business. If any of you are frequent in Bakewell, you'll remember the CD and record fairs what were there every Sunday in the town hall. And he actually used this machine to clean and repair any records what were damaged. So that's probably the reason why he did bring it home. He did do the odd silver finishing job after he left Cobbs. So this machine has been left in that garage behind me. I'm not sure you can see because of the light, but it's been left in there for 35 years. So I've decided to dig it out and share it all with you. Now, unfortunately, my grandfather Tony passed away on the 1st of January, and that's why we've had an extended break from videos and posts. But this machine, I've been spending the last couple of weeks trying my best to clean it up, and obviously, as you can imagine, if it's been sat for 30 years, it's obviously gathered a lot of dust and other such things. So I've been doing my best to tidy it up, and the plan is now is to have it displayed in a museum. Obviously, from a personal point of view, it's great. It was my grandfather's, but for Sheffield as a whole, I think the silver finishing industry is one what's forgotten. Everybody knows Sheffield's the steel city, and I think everybody just thinks, but Sheffield's was just full of steelworks, and you know, it's kind of silver finishing is just forgotten. We all know as Sheffielders we don't think that way, but I think it's important. But this industry is recognised as well, so I'm hoping to get this machine behind me cleaned up properly and donate to one of the local museums in the area. I have been in touch with Kelham Island, but as of yet there's not really been any movement on that. I was thinking about the National Football Museum, but as many Sheffielders will agree, I don't think it's right, but the National Football Museum is in Manchester, when Sheffield is the home of football. So if there is any museums out there what would like this piece, I'm willing to put it on permanent loan to any museum what wants to display it. I'm willing to provide, you know, the photos that have been included in this video, etc, etc, and hopefully we can get it on display somewhere.